Alrighty. So last time that we streamed, we finished the first draft, the first playthrough of Alan Wake 2, and yeah, we'd missed out on one of the Night Springs episodes, so let's just get into it. I don't know what to expect from this.
We often look back and wonder, what if? What if the path not taken had in fact been our charted course? Would we be happier? Or are we, with our set of choices behind us, the lucky ones? And what if nothing would be different? What if, for some of us, our destiny across the endless number of versions of ourselves has been defined and locked beyond any causality of circumstance, beyond the forces in any one reality, but across all realities? For one man, the magnetic pull of destiny is so great it breaks time and space. We join this lone operative, many versions of him in fact, as he chases his nemesis, a dangerous being known as the master of many worlds. Across the multiverse, across the many versions of a city that is always the same, yet always different. In Night Springs.
Are we going to be playing as Tim, the sheriff?
Tonight's reality-bending episode, Timebreaker.
Yeah, because that would make sense, because his name is literally Tim Breaker.
No matter how many parallel realities I need to brave, how many lives, how many versions of me it takes, I will stop it, and I will come back for you, my love.
And cut. Everyone, take 5.
Poison pill.
Was that okay? I mean, I can do more. I can do less.
Yes, yes, yes. Sean, I'm really happy. Let's talk. I love your instinct on this, but we can still push this further. Immerse ourselves into this story. Believe in it. Make it crazier, wilder. Ba, 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 da, da, da.
Oh, okay, I'm playing.
You wanted to talk? It's awesome to be doing this with you again, Sam.
Sean, it's so good to have you back. We've been dreaming about this for so long, and now finally we are making Timebreaker, the video game. It's happening.
Yeah, and FMV as well. That's so cool.
Of course, that was part of the previous game as well.
These aren't their characters. This is them. Because that's Sam Lake. And the actor for Tim is Sean.
I'd like to talk about my character, just get deeper into the lore.
Hey, I could talk about this for days. He's a multiversal agent, goes by many names as there are many versions of him. Breaker, Branch, others. He's searching for his lost love while his ruthless nemesis, Door, the master of many worlds, is murdering versions of him across parallel realities. He must track down and stop Door.
That's so cool.
You've done cool superhero roles in the past. Long term, the agent will grow into the ultimate iconic superhero.
Oh, that's awesome.
Played cool heroes before. Yes. Iceman. So it kind of sounds like the premise is similar to The One or Everything All at Once, I think. Well, that was definitely multiversal, but I don't think that was so much about killing all the different versions of yourself, whereas The One was.
So the vortex and the gadget. Sorry, I keep forgetting its name. There's just so many acronyms here. But it helps me travel through realities.
Acronyms are cool, right? Like tiny mysteries. You power up your PRS, polyhedron reality shifter, with a SEN shifter energy node to activate a LumiVista TV and write the vortex between realities. It's all REC, Ripple Effect Corporation tech. And you have a gun and a TPS, Time Breaker Solidifier, to defend yourself.
Right, yeah. You clearly have your own vision of the multiverse.
The right vision, the truth, it's all out there. That's where these ideas and inspirations come from. They seep through. Somewhere this here, us talking, is part of the video game, and another version of you is playing it. Somewhere, your character, the agent, is real, and he could appear here through a portal anytime now.
Right. Yeah, right, Sam. You are a maniac, man. Totally. Okay. So, what do we shoot next?
We need to set up for the next scene, where your nemesis pulls you into a parallel reality. You can go to your green room, chill out, learn the lines. I left the latest draft of the screenplay for you there.
Thanks.
See you in a bit.
Cool. Can't wait. Sometimes it's hard to tell if Sam's joking. That deadpan Finnish humor. And a reputation of being a bit out there. I picked up a weird vibe when he talked about the multiverse. No!
This is your end.
What the fuck was that? Hello? What the fuck is this? I thought I'd gone mad. Then I realized Sam was playing a crazy prank on me. There's no way this was real. I had to admire how real the body and the props looked.
What?
So we got another one of you, huh?
Hey, Jesse.
Again.
Excuse me? No, this is just, it's a prank. It's just a prank.
Wait, are you? Shit. You're not Branch. Oh, no. No. He finally got you.
Are you cast in this game, too?
Listen to me. There are things you need to know. You are in great danger. You must do exactly what I tell you.
What the fuck?
Wait, my hair's different. I'm I'm like a Wild West version.
I blanked out and I was suddenly someplace else. I'd had gaps in my memory before, but that's the movie star lifestyle for you. This was something else entirely.
Okay. I look like a character from the 70s or
Last thing I
80s.
remembered was the red-headed woman at the door. She looked familiar. She was trying to tell me something, and then it went dark. It felt like a dream. Think, man. I need to get out of here. A psychotic episode? Or was the multiverse true after all? Did Sam do this? An elaborate hoax? Off-the-wall, method-acting reality show? It had gone way too far. Okay. Yeah, let's go with that. Act like this is true. Okay? I'm an actor. I can do this. And once it's over, we'll have a good laugh.
Uh-huh.
I will punch Sam in the face. Where the hell am I? More multiverse nonsense. But I was committed to play along.
Night Springs City Park, parallel reality, bleed zone, cross-dimensional anomaly, no trespassing, authorized rec personnel only. Okay.
Like Sam said, I needed to find an energy node and use this rod thing with it, the PRS, was it? And look for some kind of TV to get the hell out of here. No. Door's coming. He knows where I am. What was that? It's coming. He knows about the trailer. I need to hide the energy node. I need to get it away from the trailer. Away from the TV. No! God! No! Oh my god! Oh my god! I wasn't certain this was a prank anymore. I heard a voice in my head. It sounded like me. Insanely, I heard the thoughts of another version of me. The one living here. The trailer was his. I'd check it out. Don't think. Just act. The handwriting was mine. Paranoid theories about the multiverse and Door. The master of many worlds.
Who is the master of many worlds? Darling's book? He's pulling the strings. I must hide from him. Door? Me. Another me. Someone else. He who wrote this. String theory. Multiverse. Why is he after me? After us?
Out there in the forest somewhere. I was wasting time.
He's
I
coming.
had to go look for it.
Because one of us is the chosen one. Who can stop him? Replace him? Rec Agent Branch. Timebreaker. James S. You're a paranoid nutcase. Killing us. Not dead. Something worse. Broken. Am I the chosen one? I must be careful. Find a way to break through. The red-headed woman. I must find her again. I know her. Disappears off the grid. We're connected in our dreams. I hear their thoughts when they die. Lisa, Eliza, Jesse, Elizabeth, Liz, Savage, Dylan. I hear their thoughts when they die. The Wreck Conspiracy. Don't wipe. Why the acronyms? What are they hiding? You're here. In the spiral.
The Luma Vista TV. According to what Sam had said, I needed the energy node. The other me had hidden it away from this trailer. Okay. It's safe. It's safe. The creek's deep in the forest, all the way in the waterfall. It's safe. Now get the fuck away.
The creek.
Before Door zeroes in on me. I'll make it. I'm the chosen one out of all of the versions. Me. Yes. He's hidden the energy node at the creek in the forest. I have to find it.
But of course, everyone is going to think that they're the chosen one. Except for the chosen one.
Okay, I found the creek. So,
Okay, need to go
where's
to the
energy node?
waterfall. What the fuck?
There. The PRS was charged now.
Oh.
I had to get back to the trailer and the TV. Oh shit. Oh my god, he's here.
You can't escape. I am everywhere.
Fuck this shit! I thought it was just the plot of the video game. But it was all real. Door, the master of many worlds, was murdering versions of the agent. Played by me. Versions of myself. What the hell? Shit.
Wait, that's me.
It's all true.
I'm killing myself?
No video game. It's really happening. I was lost in the multiverse. I had to become the role to survive. Be the agent. I had to get back to the trailer and the TV. Use my PRS on it. Dora would be coming for me next. I didn't want to face him. Fuck that. But I couldn't shake the feeling that it was inevitable.
I just realized I have a revolver with 9 bullets in it. An interesting number. I like all of the commentary,
Polyhedron reality shifter on the TV to get out of here.
but it also makes it kind of awkward as a streamer
I
because
felt a strange pull from the vortex on the screen. I was afraid that wherever it would take me, I was going to run into this door person. But I couldn't stay here either.
I don't want to talk over him. In case he says something significant. Motherfucker. The ocean view.
No. Oh, no.
But now we're in like a film noir. What the fuck just happened to your neck? Blah, you fucker.
I was in a different reality. But not better, worse. Maybe by thinking of Dor, I traveled closer to him, to where he was in control. Next time, I'd focus on something else. I had to find the right version of the lobby in the right time, when what I needed was there.
Wait. Is this going to be when all of the different symbols on the doors are going to be significant? It's always the right time to visit Night Spring City's Ocean View Hotel. Thanks to our hotel's unique time anomaly, the time's up to you. Did you oversleep? Visit our morning lobby for the never-ending breakfast buffet. Craving one of our delicious signature cocktails? Stop by the 6 o'clock lobby, where cocktail hour is always in full swing. Just follow the clocks to the time of your choice. At the Oceanville Hotel, the right time is only a door away.
The clocks showed the way. They'd guide me through to get what I needed.
Okay. So, it's noon or midnight in the entertainment lobby. It's 3 in the tango lobby and 9 in the coffee lobby.
You got this. Find another node, another TV.
I don't know which one I want, though. Would it be the one at noon? That was the first one.
The same warning sign as before.
Yeah.
It made me think the fabric of this place was unraveling.
Hey, Misty. Hey, Merg. How you doing? This is the most meta. episode yet. Okay, so this is the entertainment lobby. This is where the TV is. That makes sense. That is indeed what you would have at an entertainment lobby. I don't know what else I was expecting.
A Luma Vista TV. I just needed energy to power it. I couldn't hear the thoughts of the other me, the one native to this reality. Maybe Door had killed him already. Not a happy thought.
The thing is, there isn't a room with the 6 o'clock. There was one at 9 and one at 3. So what's at 3? This was the Tango lobby, right? Okay. That's Thomas Zane. Oh, is that the Death Rally? Ah! Linking Death Rally into it. Okay. What? The man in the poster is Tom the Rhymer. I mean, I know that, so, because... Is it that, I mean, maybe I shouldn't ask too much before... Which one was 12? Was 12... Hold on. What was what? 12 was entertainment. We're in Tango, which is at 3. There's a 9 o'clock one for coffee that we should check, though. He's the Tom that appears in Death Rally. Right, okay, so Tom is the linking factor then. Because I know that Remedy is trying to join all of their works together. But I wasn't sure if... Because Tom the poet is the one that we know from Alan Wake 1. This has had Tom the filmmaker. But the first film that the filmmaker made was about Tom the poet. So I don't know. And Alan keeps getting referred to as Tom. And he looks like Tom. Sweet, we found it. So I'm trying to work out what the significance of all of that is. Is it that Tom started the creative work?
Find my way back to the TV.
Tom the Rhymer was...
To travel between realities, I was thinking of Door. And the vortex brought me here, where the time breakers attacked me.
Was also a real guy that existed, but that's a whole other discussion. You said it once and you'll say it again. He's using too much China white in this game. Wasn't Time Breakers... No, Time Splitters was the... Was it a first-person shooter? Fuck you! Geek 4.
This time, a different tactic. I thought about it right. She knew things. If I could find my way to her, she could help.
That's significantly more psychedelic. Comic book?
A strange feeling. Still, yet moving. Like frozen snapshots on a sequential path.
His lips look a little weird.
And yet, thoughts flowing free. Like text read out loud.
Just like in the Max Paynes. I've not played those yet, but I want to. This is reminding me of 13, though.
It's you. I made it.
Door pulled you away. Thought you were gone, for sure.
I focused on you when I entered the vortex. I was trying to reach you.
You are full of surprises. Okay, let's try this out. Welcome to the headquarters of the Ripple Effect Corporation.
We were making a video game of the multiverse, but now it's suddenly real?
Real and not real exist side by side in the multiverse. Echoes flow through it like currents in a cosmic ocean, the Sea of Night. Conceptual, fictional, real, more real than real. Many versions of us all, in hidden interaction, linked by the energies that ripple through realities. One of you is killed in an explosion of dangerous energy, and another one instead gains superpowers. And yet another one meets an alien guardian angel. In one reality, we're not even real. Or as you say, characters in a video game.
Okay.
Why is he after me? Who is Door?
There are legends about him going back further than we can trace. They say he found an opening to a horrifying parallel reality that consumed him, gave him access to all realities. The feedback loop killing all other versions of him.
I am on the threshold. No. That door everywhere.
We don't know why, but he sees the versions of you as a threat. He's killing them, bringing them back as time breakers. We thought he was after Branch. Now I'm thinking he's been after you.
Your lines played apart. The master of many worlds. We came through the door.
All right. What can I do?
He must be stopped. He leaves dead realities in his wake, and he is only picking up speed.
I'm just an actor.
You could have fooled me. You travel through realities with greater accuracy than anyone I've ever seen. Beyond Door, even. You picked it up just like that. Finding the place that made him may be the key to killing him. That was our theory. But we could never find it. Maybe you can.
Was there something between you and Branch?
What you think you are feeling is just an echo. Some other version of us in some other lifetime.
But maybe...
You'll come back for me? Maybe.
Wish me luck.
Luck is just an echo of an event carried over from another reality.
I was an REC agent. This was my mission now. I focused on him. The darkness, the entropy, door. The master of many worlds.
Okay. I was wondering, how are they going to do gameplay? What? I'm the master of many worlds. You will never beat me. My time breakers will stop you, and you will join their ranks. Fuck off. I'm not sure. What this is. This must be referencing a game. Like, obviously it's a classic style. But I don't know which specific game this could be referencing. Get shot, idiot. How many waves? I like that I don't... Oh, this is the final wave. I like that I don't have to worry about ammo. Hey, door. Impressive. Out of all the versions, you might be the chosen one. Join me and we'll rule together. No, never! You'll regret this. Also, I was lying. It kind of reminds me of the original Mortal Kombat. In the, like, pixelized film animation. Because, like, legitimately, the original Mortal Kombat, it was actors being filmed
to the very edge of the multiverse,
doing the moves.
or some deep, dark trench in it. Everything sucked dry of color and energy. I had to find door, or the means to travel on.
The North Star
Go to hell.
thing reminded me of Beyond Two Souls. Was that a Remedy game? Fuck you. I don't need to conserve ammo.
Still getting desperate.
I do love how the PRS basically looks like a Hitachi with Merida's beacon from Skyrim on the end of it. Oh, there's the TV. Okay. I'll be honest, this has just made me want to play Control again.
You have cause. You will never catch me.
Ah. He looks so chunky before he becomes corporeal. Like, he looks like he's wearing a fat suit. Like one of those sumo wrestler inflatable suits.
I was close. I knew I was close now.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounded like an old boot up. After dreamless sleep, you come to and gradually become aware of the utter lack. There is nothing. Okay. So we've gone back to old text-style adventures. Although this one's being generous by giving us options. A lot of the original ones, you had to type things in order to hope that you found the correct keyword. So, okay, my Stream Deck is dead. So that means that it crashed. There we go, fixed it. Because, there we go. We probably want to be able to see this. Focus. You search for something to focus on. An idea of a geometric shape comes to your mind. A pentagonal trapezohedron. How do you know the name of this shape? That you don't know. You feel yourself fading, drifting apart, losing your essence in the stream of consciousness, the ebbs and flows of your thoughts. Hold yourself together, man. You fight to hold yourself together, to swim against the current, to break to the surface. Coming to focus, you realize your first impression was wrong. There is something, and there is you. Slowly, you sense the words describing this, describing how it is. Here, in the farthest reaches of the multiverse, you've reached a reality where only ideas exist. An idea of reality. A conceptual reality. A thought tries to form in your mind. Focus on the thought. You focus on the thought and it becomes clear. In the beginning, there was the word. Here, only words exist. They are everything. They describe this world and you in it. Decipher the words. The words describe you standing in a barren, conceptual desert. It stretches on to eternity. In a place outside time, you wait an immeasurable amount of time. Above, ideas of stars silently collide and collapse into black holes. With an idea of a desert comes an idea of feeling thirsty. Give me some coffee. As you imagine it, a cup of coffee, your favorite hot beverage, manifests itself. The idea of it, the concept of its delicious smell and taste. You savor it. You imagine savoring it. You understand that here, your thoughts are as real as anything. Assess the situation. You realize you could be trapped here forever. Vaguely, you remember that you're on a mission of vital importance. You feel the details of it already dissolving. You must figure out a way to escape before you lose yourself again. When traveling through the vortex, you always had a focal point in mind. Could that be the solution here as well? Focus on the master of many worlds. You focus your thoughts on the master of many worlds. The desert dreamscape around you darkens. You vaguely feel the terrible weight of an alien, godlike awareness shift many realities away. How can you possibly find him, let alone face him? Prepare for war. You know you'll have to face the master of many worlds and his army of time breakers. He'll show you no mercy. You must prepare. Search for allies. You seek allies across the multiverse, reaching out to the versions of you who have not been turned into time breakers by Door. You share a telepathic link with them. You are the perfect army. Search for refuge. You seek a perfect place of power to build your base of operations. In the desert, you come upon a gigantic, petrified tree trunk. You convert it into a skyscraper of brutalist architecture. You set up an organization. A corporation. Call it the Ripple Effect Corporation. You call it REC, Ripple Effect Corporation. The name feels appropriate. You're approached by a version of the red-headed woman. Her name's Jezbet. She doesn't know you, but there's a connection there. You make her the director of your corporation. She carries a powerful weapon that can take many forms. Ask her about the weapon. She tells you it's an object of power. Beyond that, she will not elaborate. Trust her with the weapon. You trust Jezbet to wield the powerful weapon. She seems relieved and swears to defend you and the corporation from the enemy. As director, Jezbet warns you the REC is currently not equipped to subdue the Master of Many Worlds. Without a technological breakthrough, your chances are slim. Scour the multiverse for technology. Under your director's leadership, agents of the REC scour the multiverse and encounter many uncontrollable horrors. There are some casualties. Finally, you locate a reality with a singular alien being of godlike power. It's shaped like a polyhedron. The being has enough power to potentially defeat the Master, but the very sight of it drives any agents who look at it mad. Have it brought to the REC. The alien being is shipped to REC headquarters, where it is secured in a containment cell. Not long after, the director comes to you with intelligence. The Master of Many Worlds is preparing an all-out attack. The REC's running out of time. Unfortunately, attempts to research the alien being stall, as everyone who's exposed to it goes insane. Given the situation, Jezbet suggests a desperate plan. Harness the being's power and detonate it as a bomb. Research the alien being yourself. The director urges you to reconsider. You're too valuable to the cause to risk yourself like this. She doesn't want to lose you. She admits. Assure her you'll be fine. In an REC laboratory, you expose yourself to the wild, destructive resonance of the alien being. It alters you. You feel yourself undergoing a strange metamorphosis. Except the alien being's power. You feel your consciousness expanding in inhuman ways as you become aware of unknown planes of existence touching ours. You burn with a terrifying, barely contained force. You are no longer a man. You are something else. Something more. A being of god-like power. The alien being in the laboratory dies. You have stolen all its power. Trembling, Director Jezbet shifts her gaze from you. Your transformation has shaken her. It is time. Confront the master of many worlds. A hush falls upon the REC headquarters as you wait for the enemy to come. People, your agents, your warriors, stand staring at the monitors on the walls. Jezbet stands beside you. Then they come. Time breakers, shifting in, filling the desert. Each one is a version of you, killed and corrupted by the master of many worlds. The multiverse is infinite. There are millions of them. Lead the attack. With your senses heightened by the alien power, it's easy to predict the attacks of your enemies. It's as if everything around you moves in slow motion. You see Jezbet keeping her distance from you, wary of the thing you have become. Enemies are massing around her. Help her. As you fight your way toward her, she notices you coming and is transfixed by the horror of your appearance. With her guard down, Timebreakers find an opening and manage to cut her down. Rage fills your mind. Let the rage consume you. The violent cosmic power in you, barely contained, erupts, warping reality. The planets above are thrust into ritualistic constellations, amplifying the force. The resonance pours out of you, destroying everything in its path. Jezbet, the agents, the skyscraper, the time breakers, the desert, the adjoining parallel realities, time and space permanently scarred with ripples and dunes, shaped by the waves of the resonance. Something inside you tells you to stop. It's going too far. You must stop. Force yourself to stop. With immense effort, you manage to stem the tide of your anger. You are yourself again. All the alien power spent. You are alone. Jezbet's weapon lies on the ground. Pick it up. When you pick it up, it turns into a key in your hands. Look at it. You look at the key. You realize you've lost your way, forgotten your mission and your goal. You've drifted off course, carried by the currents of your hopes and ideas in this conceptual reality. Try to remember. You frown, trying to remember where you were trying to go. What was your mission? You look for it, shifting through your thoughts. It comes to you with a jolt. You're trying to find your way to the master of many worlds. There was something about a door. Focus on the door. With that, a door begins to come into focus. You realize it's missing something. Use the key. You push the key toward the idea of a keyhole on the not quite there door. And with that, the door is fully realized. Open it. You turn the key and open the door. Step over the threshold. You step inside and stand in a room with a man, the master of many worlds, sitting behind a desk, typing, turning concepts and ideas into words, shaping this reality. He lifts his head. Look at the master of many worlds. You stare the man in the eye. With a shock, you realize that you've made a mistake. You've come to the wrong place. The man, this master of many worlds, is not the one you were looking for. He's not Door. He's someone else entirely. You want to ask him what he knows, but it's already too late. So it's Alan? Yeah, the writer's room. This is awesome.
We have witnessed a case of mistaken identity. But in the vastness of the multiverse, with an endless number of versions of ourselves, what is identity anyway? Can there be more than one master of many worlds? Or did our hero take a wrong turn somewhere along the way? Was this particular journey precisely what was needed to make him the one he was meant to become? One thing is certain. I am your host, the one and only Warland Door. And this is Night Springs.
Huh. So there are multiple different like options that I could have taken there. Like during the, I don't know necessarily before it, but during the text segment, there's a lot of different options that I could have chosen. But I think they all have the same ending where you find Alan.
Chasing the murder cult made me feel like I was caught in a loop. Every time I thought I was getting closer, things shifted around, and I realized I was further away than ever before. Instead of answers, I only got more questions. The name of the cult and the masks they wore kept changing. The deeper into the dark depths I got, peeling off the layers of this case, like the ocean zones, from twilight to midnight to abyssal to the deepest trenches, the closer I felt to going mad.
Okay. I guess let's do the lake house then, because that didn't take as long as I thought it was gonna. That was a quite short thing. And yes, I could replay it and get different options during the text section, but
This isn't the Bureau's first time in Bright Falls. 1970, 76, 8. Last one was in 2010. It's not exactly clockwork, but this town sees way more altered world events than most. We knew it was
what were the
just a
ones from
matter
the
of time
70s?
before the lake acted up again.
Tom?
After the AWE in 2010, the FBC's research department set up a facility, the Lake House, to study the threshold in Cauldron Lake, find better ways to contain the entity inside. Your tax dollars at work. When we detected a spike in paranatural activity at Cauldron Lake, before I even knew you were on this case, Saga, the Lake House was my first stop. I was short-handed, hoped they could spare some help, maybe give us some intel on the situation. If I had any clue what was waiting for us in there, Saga, I'd have just kept on driving. This is Agent Kieran Estevez responding to an AWE alert in the vicinity. I need to speak with the Marmonts. So much for the welcome wagon. You all set up the perimeter. We're on the Threshold's doorstep, so keep your eyes peeled.
Yes, ma'am.
They don't even get names. They are the red shirts. Oh, I should change the title of the stream. Because we're in the Lake House DLC now. There we go. Brrr. My brain just like that wasn't even scared or anything. That was just my brain wanting to go brrr.
this shouldn't take long. Okay? You see anything? Radio me.
Okay. I've got some stuff.
The lake house was run by the research department. Research and investigations don't really see eye to eye. What they call science, I call a violation of Bureau protocol and human decency. Classic interdepartmental drama. Your FBI saga, you know how it goes. Now, in retrospect, my low opinion of the research department may have clouded my judgment.
No shit. That's an odd sign to have in the middle of the fucking forest. Also feels odd having automatic doors
Agent Kieran Estevez, Investigations Department.
in an area that could very easily lose power.
Wants to check the individual carrying a firearm into a restricted government facility? No?
Welcome.
Hello, and welcome to another exciting day here at the Lake House. As I'm sure you know, I am Dr. Jules Marmont, and this is my wife.
Dr. Diana Marmont.
And together we are the heads of research at this facility. We want to thank
She
you all
okay?
for helping us break new ground in our study of Cauldron Lake.
That's right, Jules. But don't let our exciting work in threshold regulation and dimensional coupling keep you from observing the proper safety protocols.
You said it, Diana. We run a tight ship here at the Lake House. So, always remember the 3 S's. Safety, security, and censorship.
It's a C. It's a C.
What? Yeah, that is the joke, Diana.
Well, it's a stupid
Wonderful joke, Jules. We'll see you down there.
Yeah, that seems healthy.
He dubbed over his wife? Savage. Please remember that the following recreational activities are forbidden in the waters of Cauldron Lake. These restrictions apply to both civilian and FBC employees, and the scroll wheel is already broken. Fishing, redacted. Swimming, boating, applies to canoes, kayaks, motorized boats, etc. Using the water for redacted purposes. Water skiing, redacted in the water. Paddleboarding. These activities can result in redacted in an estimated redacted % of cases. If you're unclear about any of the restrictions listed above, please speak with redacted. Hey, Patinga, how's it going? A recent security operation was performed among the citizens of Bright Falls and Watery. The goal of this operation was to ascertain public knowledge and opinion of the lake house and its operations.
I've been watching you for the last couple of weeks.
Thank you for the resub, Patinga. Thank you for throwing money at the screen. I really need to commission someone to make some new art for some stuff, including the like the alerts and emotes and stuff like that. I am probably gonna I might do that as a birthday present to myself in January. Spend like a couple hundy on sorting the channel out. We'll see. The following information was gained through covert listening and informal questioning. The local public appears to view the area around the lake house with fear. This is, of course, the intended reaction, as the Bureau has publicly marked the area as dangerous due to volcanic gases. However, there is a specific rumor among the public regarding a government facility in the woods run by mad scientists, taking people for experimentation. This rumor seems particularly popular among the local youth, and its proximity to the truth is cause for concern. Worst case outcome would be an increase in curiosity or possibly even aggression. It's possible this is even a reason for the lake house's security breach back in Redacted. Action to be taken. Security personnel will continue to monitor youth chatter. If the rumors continue, disseminating a cover story may be required. Perhaps even fabricate signage for an American Volcano Commission type institution. Interesting. Dr. Marmont here to remind you to put 100% effort today. Fuck you. An unaccompanied artist must be reported to security immediately. Security, safety, censorship. To all staff, on-site observation teams report the oldest house is still under active lockdown. Status of Director Trench, management team, and all other personnel inside the oldest house at the time of the lockdown's initialization remains unknown. Observation teams have detected fluctuations in the redacted field originating from the oldest house as of redacted, increasing in strength as it loops through a specific pattern every redacted hours. These readings are currently being analysed by research staff in the Boston office. Any personnel with information pertaining to this signal should contact them immediately. Okay.
That's handy.
Sweet.
An experiment. That bodes well.
Experiment in progress. Okay. The Lake House Daily. Good news. HQ still dark. Why is that good news? HQ still dark. Pie was good. More pie for the rest of us. We have coffee. Deerfest this week. Bad news. HQ still dark. Nut allergy bad. No armor beer. It's good. Tried it. The artist is ineligible. Someone stole the black whiteboard marker. All vacation time has been cancelled. The artist is dead? I don't know. I'm not sure what that's trying to say. I guess we'll find out. The dangers of doodling. Please remember that any unauthorized art can skew the results of ongoing research. The following types of recreational creativity are forbidden. Doodling. Rhythmic drumming with pencil, fingers, or other makeshift percussion instrument. Stacking office supplies into sculpture-like arrangements. Dancing. Humming. But then someone did a doodle. Quite a good doodle. Of a cat loving coffee. And they're trying to sell a kayak even though they're not allowed. Interesting. Do not contaminate the lake house with unrelated art. Figurines, ornaments, decorations, and other trinkets are forbidden on employee desks. And there's another doodle of the cat with coffee. Oh, please tell me that I'm just going to find a shit ton of them around.
It's locked.
Because that would be adorable.
Dr. Marmont's not here.
No shit.
But he is? I'll have to check downstairs.
On the recommendation of the faculty and by the virtue of the authority vested in them, the trustees of Barrow University have conferred on Jules Francois Marmont the degree of Doctor of Applied Sciences and is entitled to all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. William Devereux, Chairman of the Board of Trustees. This exceptional contribution certificate is awarded to Jules Francois Marmont
I'll be working on the lower levels.
in grateful recognition of his outstanding contribution to the Bureau's scientific endeavors. And from Dr. Caspar Darling, Head of Research. The senior leadership of the Federal Bureau of Control has determined to appoint Dr. Jules Marmont as Head of Research at the facility at Cauldron Lake, Washington. The appointment will be shared with Diana Marmont, effective upon the facility's completion on July 18th. Zachariah Trench, Bureau Director. Caspar Darling, Bureau Head of Research. Trench is the one that dies at the beginning of Control, if I remember rightly. Okay, so September 14th, Science Fact of the Day. Though most famous for acting, Hedy Lamarr also invented in her free time. She patented a frequency-hopping device for torpedo guidance systems at the age of 38.
Changing passwords, huh?
Effective September 13, all computer passwords must be reset daily to address security concerns. We are aware this may be an inconvenient change and lead to difficulty remembering your password. We recommend using a permanent set of digits as the beginning of the password, followed by numbers that change daily. Try using significant personal dates, coordinates, etc. Do not use birthdays, the current date, phone numbers, etc. Please also remember that for the time being, passwords are not to exceed 6 digits. Thank you for your compliance. Okay, so... Hold on. It won't... It doesn't let me back? Okay. 140923. Oh wait, no, they're American.
Damn it.
Okay. So 38. And then a significant... Their appointment? Does it say when? July 18th. So that would be, again, it would be month first, so... I get it. Good morning. Friendly reminder that proposed annual budgets need to be sent out by the end of this month. Every station's being asked to give a thorough breakdown this year in an effort to find areas where spending can be reduced. Should I book a time for us to speak about this and make a plan? Harry Kingston, Facilities Admin. I'm too busy to attend meetings. Just use the budget from last year, but make sure to specify a specific percentage of the research budget is to go towards Project Arbutus, so certain individuals won't be tempted to slow down their competition by stealing resources. I apologize for the difficulty my wife is presenting, Harry. I believe she's suggesting that I would take her project's budget. An unfair and preposterous accusation, though I am confident you understand that. I'd be happy to meet and discuss the annual budget. It is, of course, the head of research's job to oversee such work. Maybe Diana is no longer up to the task. Go fuck yourself, Jules. So, does next Wednesday work? Dr. Marmon, Project Arbutus has officially requested we return the pages. We aren't using them for any work on Project Ramnus, and they are a shared research material. So, can I release them back to Arbitus? Please remember to lock your computer before leaving your station for any amount of time. Changing your password daily does not improve our facility security if you leave your computer open. Very true. Very true. Subject P. Through extensive testing, the subject has been confirmed to possess an intrinsic paranatural ability that manifests exclusively during the act of painting. It's not going to be the painter from the first game, is it? The paintings feature scenes or events he would have no knowledge of, even sometimes painting an event before it occurs. This effect has been proven multiple times and has an estimated 40 to 100% success rate. Note the lack of precision in this range is due to the team's inability to prove that a painting's content will not be realized at some point in the eventual future. Researchers asked to reiterate their hesitance to publish any concrete statements surrounding the subject and his ability at this time, as the nature of the paintings and their paranatural effect have been exceptionally difficult to measure and quantify. The subject is suspected to be a Class 2 para-utilitarian, though additional testing will be required to confirm this. At this time, his ability is not believed to be a direct threat to himself or others, and can be controlled. The nature of his ability is to show current or future events via the art he creates, but the extent of this forecasting cannot be determined by researchers with any high level of precision. Unlike the art created by Alan Wake, there is no evidence the subject's art is directly manipulating reality via the shadow's energies. Okay. So, it's more that he's just psychic than he's changing the world through his art. If I didn't already have a map, there's one. That's nice. Ooh. What floor do I want to go to? But start at -1.
Access denied.
Never mind.
Well, you are not keeping me out.
Access
I need a key card
denied.
with clearance. Ugh, this key card isn't gonna cut it.
Where would I find a key card? Oh. To my new fellow head of the lake house. Love, Diana. Okay. So they fell apart after coming to the lake house, then, presumably. Ramnus daily stand-up. No doodling. Oh, can I get in here now? Ah.
This should get me downstairs.
Security clearance 1. Which gives me access to the first 3 floors.
My bad news detector started going nuts. Estevesta team, something's going on in the lake house. I want all nearby agents to... Oh, shit!
Agent Estevez, what's your status?
Breach detected on sublevel 5. Staff should seek shelter immediately.
We have a situation in the lake house. All agents converge on the facility now.
The Marmonts.
Belay that order.
Shit. A Where's the fucking elevator?
Fuck. I managed to cut her off as well.
Okay, priority 1, get the lights on. Standing around in the dark near Cauldron Lake, is not smart? What the fuck was that?
Painting production. Shelter area this way. Oh, Jesus. Okay. As the lake house continues to make progress towards its goal, various avenues of research are being pursued. Recently, one such avenue has yielded unexpected results. The research into nursery rhymes, directed by Dr. Marmont, led by Dr. Campbell, as an art form has shown viability in its ability to connect with the Cauldron Lake threshold. As a result, the nursery rhyme findings will now be carried forward by the co-heads of research and incorporated into ongoing research across the lake house. Effective immediately, research teams will be briefed on how to utilize the effective elements of the nursery rhymes into their own work. Note, Dr. Campbell and his team are being reassigned. They will continue to develop their work on nursery rhymes outside the lake house. Any exposure risks related to performing confidential work outside the facility's premises have been acknowledged and accepted by the co-heads of research. The work to create a stable link between our reality and that of the Redacted continues. Progress is good, with all teams reporting high confidence that a successful connection will soon be possible. Recent efforts in utilizing the paintings produced by Subject P to adjust reality in such a way that achieves our goals were unsuccessful. However, this result allowed us to discard that avenue of research and focus solely on a much more viable one. Our new hypothesis states that the threshold's energies, and thus its reality-altering effect, are drawn to pieces of art that contain significant level of emotion. This is supported by a clear trend in the data we've gathered over the years. If we can identify and quantify the emotion of an art piece, our work will speed up considerably. Work has already proceeded with an immediate focus on developing devices capable of measuring the level of emotion in any given piece of art. For now, our research will continue to focus solely on the art produced by Subject P. While no pieces of his have yielded successful results outside of their assistance in discovering the redacted pages, his proven status as a para-utilitarian makes his work the more suitable research material. Okay. Coffee. It's not going as resource heavy as it has in the other DLCs so far. Oh, Darling.
Dr. Darling?
I can't smack it and work out what it was that he was going for.
Okay, he doesn't do a damn thing without power.
Right. Except that's got power. Though that might be battery operated. Where would one find the power? I'm kind of expecting one of the mold monsters from Resident Evil 7 to come out of the paint.
Okay. Power core receiver. Plugging a core in should get the lights on.
Okay. I need a core then. These walls look like they're gonna move. That's probably gonna fuck me up at some point.
That is not a regulation FBC weapon.
Oh.
Can't open it from the side.
Right. Okay, but there's a weapon here. Funky looking one too.
Jules's keycard could be useful.
Unfortunately, Jules' keycard went missing last night. Huge shame. On a totally unrelated note, I now have a level 3 clearance card in my office, plus a lot of black rock. Been grinding the black rock down to a powder and stashing around in case any gets confiscated. Weapon tests using black rock powder. If successful, maybe send schematics to offsite teams. Could lead to a transfer out of this shithole. Need to think up more applications for black rock now that I have some. There was a researcher at the oldest house who had tons of ideas like this. Wish I could remember their name.
I wish they'd make these things lighter.
I now can't do anything to protect myself.
The way I saw it, there was only one way out. Identify the source of the event and contain or eliminate it. Now, good news, I just had to keep going down. Bad news, the elevator liked to disappear.
There are people in the paintings.
At least the elevator's back.
Does it move through the paint?
First off, a huge thank you to everyone here. The Lake House has made amazing strides in researching the AWE here at Cauldron Lake. Great work, team. I wanted to come in person so I could check in on the latest work. I won't get in the way. It's not a review, so no reason to be scared. Did you hear that, Dr. Marmot? While I'm here, I want to focus on the relationship between the shadow and the AWE site below the lake. The theory that the shadow even originates from the dimension this threshold is tapping into is compelling. Eventually, I want to understand how this dimension manages to convert subjective elements like art into objective reality. What are the constraints of this phenomenon? Can it, say, create altered items or even objects of power simply by manifesting them via a piece of art? These are the things we need to know to accurately classify the shadow. I mean, that name is not very scientific. I mean, who came up with that? Shadow. So, any and all proposals are welcome. Anything testing art's effect on reality by using the shadow's energy is preferred. To find answers, we'll first need a lot of data. No wrong answers. And when I return to the oldest house, I'll take back anything we end up with to run against a classified project called Hedron to build a comparative data set. I wish I could tell you more. It's very, very exciting non-physical forces impacting. No, sorry, I really can't. It is. You know what? Maybe some of you can come visit. We'll have to get you clearance, of course, but maybe that can. You know what? I don't want to take the entire day talking. So, the shadow represents a whole new area of research, and I couldn't be more excited to start digging in. It is a great new world, people.
Does that then explain how the Alan Wake stuff made it into the oldest house for Control? Remember to lock it, blah blah blah. To celebrate the arrival of fall, I've brought a variety of seasonal pies from that local diner you all seem to love so much. The members of Project Ramnus can come enjoy them in the lobby near my office. All other staff should visit the other Dr. Marmont's office to see if she brought pie. Also, despite the ridiculous dramatics of last year, I've purchased the delicious pecan-filled pies. Happy fall! A gentle reminder that nut allergies are a serious health issue, and making light of them is not appropriate workplace behavior for anyone of any seniority level. Bringing nuts to the office is a health risk and should be avoided for everyone's sake. Perry, do not release any of those pages. Tell Diana and those fools on Project Arbitus that we misplaced them. An unfortunate filing accident. Tell them we are confident the pages will resurface in 2 or 3 weeks, but we're too busy making progress to look for them right now. Be sure you say we are making progress, just as I wrote it above. Attention all staff, there's a significant amount of black rock missing from sub-level 5. I expect there's a misunderstanding and someone's taken it to another floor by mistake. If you did this, respond to this message and we'll fix the problem. Black rock is a precious material. We only have so much of it now the oldest house being closed. Hit it! Okay, is that just moving these back? Okay, I thought that was gonna hit the lights.
If you can understand me, I am an agent of the Federal Bureau of Control. I can assist you if you take no hostile action against me or any...
Wait, what? And then they fuck off. Okay, no, shooting them clearly isn't the one. It's clearly not the correct option here. So, instead, we run. That's not going to work. I need security clearance too.
Can't open it from the side.
I'm not entirely clear. Ah, okay.
What the fuck were those things?
Fuck knows.
Okay, deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You never really get used to the shit you see in this job, but you can learn techniques to adjust, to function. Take 6 deep breaths, then get to work. Find the source, collapse the threshold.
Sir, please hold. Please hold.
Now where am I?
Hold. Please hold.
What is that?
If you can understand me, I'm an agent of the Federal Bureau of Control. I can assist you if you take no hostile action against me or any action that could be perceived as hostile. Do you understand?
Well, I'll be damned.
So what kind of entity are you? You can speak. That means you probably imprinted on a person or retained some of your former self's information. Previously human, maybe? Okay, I can work with that. I just had an unpleasant encounter with some other painted individuals. Any relation?
1,000 paintings use crude.
What does that mean?
Paint no brush, a self-portrait.
Okay, hey, calm down!
Fire in his eyes and hands and bones.
You need to cease all hostility right now. Bad news. That thing is really pissed off. Good news. It didn't try to kill me. Okay, baby steps.
Yeah. Not getting killed that's a pretty significant baby step.
Angry living paintings are not typically on the Cauldron Lake bingo card. Something different was happening at the lake house, and I couldn't let it escape. Bright Falls didn't need this particular cherry on its already shitty sundae.
Sublevel 3.
Oh, this looks relatively normal. Page development. Oh, okay, so this is them writing instead of shit. Instead of painting, I guess. The automated typing device will produce writing mimicking that of Alan Wake, known para-utilitarian, with the goal of affecting reality with the same consistency as Mr. Wake's writing. To reach this level of authenticity, each page produced by the ATDs must be evaluated and graded based on its similarity to Wake's original style. The pages will be graded using the following criteria. 1. Comprehensibility. This is the most basic of criteria. The page must use language and develop stories in an understandable, organic way. 2. Style. This page must accurately mimic the typical style of Wake's writing, using pages in the lake house's possession as reference. 3. Tone. The page must accurately mimic the typical tone of Wake's writing, using pages in the lake house's possession as reference. 4. Content. The page must accurately mimic the typical content of Wake's writing, using pages in the lake house's possession as reference. Once pages are graded, they'll be fed into the algorithm as preferred reference material, thus continuously refining the writing produced by the ATDs until they can produce near identical stories to Alan Wake. Once that's achieved, we will provide instructions to the ATD on what to write, effectively gaining control of Wake's ability to link with the Shadow's power. Basically, you're building ChatGPT by feeding it Alan's writing. But also, is there a certain element of monkeys and typewriters? Oh. Yes, kind of. It's a robot that presses on an electronic typewriter.
Diana and Jules Marmont had once been a team. Rising stars in the Bureau, both talented in their own way. Diana innovated and Jules got funding from the bureaucrats. Cooperation led to respect. Connection. Then after a decade of hard work, the happy couple were promoted. Co-heads of research. Their first years at the lake house were good. Challenging, but not insurmountable. Not for them. Gradually, thoughts fell into their heads like drops of dark water. Why does she get all the credit? Why does he get any credit? With that, a crack formed in the lake house. The Marmonts and their work became arrogant, erratic. The crack widened and the water seeped in.
Words per sentence, 15, maximum 15, minimum 1, average 6.4. Style, character-centric. Lane. Past tense, clipped phrasing. Higher adjective usage. Focus timeline. Story concepts, Rudolph Lane, paint, odor. Marmonts, hate, conflict.
Rudolph Lane stood back from the canvas. He didn't recognize the piece. Did he paint this? His mind was foggy, unfocused. He knew the Marmonts were putting something in his food. A man in a white coat came to steer Lane back to his cell. He did not resist. He was too tired. He lay on the bed, but the stench in his cell wouldn't let him sleep. An acid stink. The turpentine, the paint, it was all over him. Years of it. 1,000 paintings. 1,000 more to come. A putrid weight he could never wash away. Cold hate simmered below the mist clogging his thoughts. Hatred for the paint. Hatred for the brushes. For the Marmonts. For himself.
Right. So Lane is the painter, and presumably his hatred, he did a self-portrait, and that's what we spoke to? Words per sentence, 12, max 12, min 1. Is co-heads one word or two? Is it hyphenated? In which case it's 1. Contains dialogue, clipped phrasing, third person, omniscient, broad timeline. Story concepts, Marmonts, FBC, Lake House, conflict, water, dark. Moving forward, research at the Lake project will be divided into 2 distinct projects. Project codename Arbitus will focus on studying the writing of Redacted, with Dr. Diana Marmont serving as project director. Project codenamed Ramnus will focus on studying Redacted and his work, with Dr. Jules Marmont serving as project director. Staff will soon be notified regarding their project assignment and any required desk changes. Your patience is requested during this reorganization. This is a confidential facility matter and is not to be discussed with external agents or teams. If you have any questions, please contact me directly.
September 12, 2023. Notes regarding a page of an Alan Wake manuscript I found in the archives. I checked the records, and this page is not in our inventory. I believe it manifested inside the lake house directly. I won't be filing this page. It'll just send Jules into a panic. The page is written in Wake's usual style, so I can't say for certain if it's being literal or figurative when it calls us monsters. But what's interesting is that the page indicates that a painting succeeded in linking Cauldron Lake's threshold with our facility. Writing has always been the clearly superior avenue of research, but I never considered that the writing itself would dictate a different art form as the catalyst for our success. I cannot accept that. I can't allow Jules to stumble his way into success. Not after the years of work I put into this research. I got word yesterday that 2 writers are visiting Bright Falls. I will beat Jules to the finish line.
Bookers. Right?
There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment. There was a crack in the lake house.
Okay, that's just
The
repeating.
Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not
Damn!
art,
Are those pages
just
being
content for the
produced?
experiment.
There's a lot of pages that could potentially have a lot of
There was a
power.
crack in the lake house.
Great! Empty. Love it. Thanks. I mean, it's not like I have a use for ammo yet.
Typewriters. Please don't let this be what I think it is.
As you know by now, typewriters and Cauldron Lake do not mix. And a room full of them all clacking away? 100% bad news.
I would be inclined to agree. Fuck you. Do not copy Wake manuscript pages. Typewriter brand investigation. Investigation into the precise brand and model of typewriter used by Alan Wake with the intent to use this particular brand for Redacted and the ATDs continues to be unsuccessful. Sources contacted, with discretion. Wake's publishing house. No information. Wake's agent refused to discuss client matters. Wake's spouse refused to discuss. Redacted. No useful information. Checked all available online interviews, publications, elements pertaining to Alan Wake. No useful information. The relevant team will continue to explore alternative sources of information. The ATDs will continue to be operated with the available typewriters until Wake's preferred brand is known. Theoretically, replicating Alan Wake's style of writing via the same brand of typewriter used by the author should yield optimal results. The project director has indicated that a similar investigation should be launched into the brand and type of ink used in Wake's typewriter. Makes sense. Okay. The fact that there's so many bits to read, I'm just going to keep my controller handy. Am I going to have to fight a literary enemy as well? Like something made of pages or words. Maintenance and repair. Wasn't that? Didn't he have a level 3 key card that he found? We've begun to find pages from a manuscript very likely written by Alan Wake, para-utilitarian and suspect in past cases involving the Cauldron Lake AWE. Though I do not like to bring myself or my biases into my work, I must do so here to address the matter being examined. As reference for any future readers, I am Dr. Diana Marmont, co-head of research at the Lake House facility. The page we recently found summarizes my life with Jules Marmont, husband and co-researcher. It has turned us into characters for its story, making generalizations and assumptions that I must attempt to evaluate without emotion or prejudice. The accuracy of the writing is intriguing. It reports our past in the Bureau, but also details inner thoughts that an outside recorder would have no way of knowing. Jules and I have indeed been having more and more interpersonal conflict this past year. This raises many questions. How does Wake, wherever he's writing this from, get his information? Or was the page itself determining these emotions and events? I cannot believe that the scope of Wake's ability goes so far as to have dictated my entire career at the FBC. And if it did, would it matter? Even if a person knew their life was being driven by an external force, would it change their nature, their behavior, their personality? My disagreements with Jules are not sudden shifts in personality, but rather a growing resentment. I firmly believe that though I have no evidence to prove it, though I have no evidence to prove it, there should have been another comma there. Which brings me to a new research query for our team. That's a really poorly written sentence to me. What methodology can one use to prove that their actions, their mind, their love or animosity are theirs to control? So is Alan even alive? At the time that this DLC takes place, yes. From when we finished the base game, unknown. I need to play through the game again on the final draft version to get the true ending so we can know what happened. Oh, we found paint. A person.
Shit.
Ooh.
Never say no to extra firepower.
I haven't found anything I can actually use a gun against yet, though.
Back where I started. Spatial recurrence usually observes the law of 3.
This contrived overlap rebounded on itself, compressing, compounding, reflecting, and refracting. An urban legend and a murder in constant imbalance. Cause and effect hopelessly tangled. Arranged wrong, the dream logic flawed, the feedback loop doubled and redoubled out of control. The pressure kept building, looking for release. This contrived overlap rebounded on itself, compressing, compounding, reflecting, and refracting. An urban
I suddenly have
murder in constant imbalance.
a lot of shotgun ammo. as soon as I have been given the shotgun. Okay. Should I be scared?
Shadow is here.
Woo!
Flashlight.
Oh. Where is he? Murder! Fuck! Got him. Okay, 3 shotguns to the head.
Some staff down there had been corrupted. Shit just kept getting worse.
Is pretty effective. But okay, so we do have things I can actually use the gun against. There was an item that I didn't pick up, right? Cool.
Loop 3. Should be the last one.
I keep coming back to this page. The author's clearly awake. It's like he's warning us. But about what? I mean, what does it mean? This page scared Jules away from the work on Wake's writing. A coward can't stand risk. But science is risk. For me, this is proof that we are going in the right direction. I just need Rudolph Lane's paintings to lead to more pages so that hopefully one day we can understand. I keep coming back to this page.
Born in New York, currently resides in New York.
It's like he's warning us.
Edward Franklin Booker. Married to Tamitha Booker. Oh, the Bookers. Yeah, duh. No known children or dependents. No paracriminal affiliations found. Located in Bright Falls, Washington as of the 9th of the 10th, 2023. Writer and director of 5 stage plays. Unsuccessful. Confirmed artist. Designation author. Playwright. Disclaimer, background investigation performed in a very short amount of time per instruction. As a result, the information contained in this report is not comprehensive and possibly erroneous. Tamitha Madison Booker, born in Atlanta, currently resides in New York. Married to Edward Franklin Booker, no known children, no criminal affiliations. Author of 3 commercially successful true crime books. First publication was a poetry collection, unsuccessful. Confirmed artist, designation, author, poet. There be noises.
I keep coming back to this page.
What the? Oh. Okay. Painting. But there's clearly a person in it. This time. Okay, I need a power core.
Ugh, locked. Maybe there's another way in. Controllable shifting phenomena.
Spooky.
Won't open without power.
Spooky. Spooky, scary skeletons. Okay. But I've given it power. Okay, that's what it meant by wouldn't open without power. Nothing to do with power. There's noises. I guess I might need to power both of them. Okay. Okay. Oh, hey, painting. How's it going, Rudolph?
You again. What happened to you?
Did the people here do this to you?
Okay.
Alan Wake's writing is being studied here. Do you know anything about him?
Names don't matter. 1,000 more to come.
They say clear communication is the key to any relationship. You and I have some work to do there.
Okay.
You said marmots before. Do they do this? Where are they now? Tell me where they are.
Christ. It's fixated on the Marmonts. What did they do?
Where am I supposed to go?
A threshold is the connection between a foreign reality and our own. Now, they all have their own rules, strange as they are, but the further down I went, the more chaotic this one got. Clearly, this was the Cauldron Lake threshold, but something was wrong. Well, more wrong than usual.
I have paint on me. On my shoulder.
Level-wide drop-down in effect. Please remain calm. Level-wide drop-down in effect. Please remain calm.
Oh, hi. Hello. It's locked. Go take a mean old shit. Hi. It's also locked. So are they researching these people, or are these the researchers? Because they appear to be dressed as researchers. Tim? Booker's writing. The first piece of content produced by the subject is severely disappointing. It's not remotely similar in content to the Wake pages we provided as reference. Why is it so focused on my marriage? Why is Jules the protagonist? Why is it set in an actual lakeside cabin? And what's happening at the end? What the hell's in the sky? Did anyone brief Booker about the concepts he has to write about? The lake house? The shadow? We need him to match Wake's style exactly. It's not going to work if he's no clue what he's writing about. We need to get this sorted. We need progress now. Why isn't he taking this seriously? When I spoke to him, he thought I was an actor. I want him to understand how serious we are, whatever it takes. Continue the story from page ID AW002, match the tone, style, and content as closely as possible. The crack was an emotional one. A line right through their marriage. Their foundation. Their lake house. These thoughts and more flooded Jules' mind as he stared out through the lakeside cottage's windows. The sun was setting on a stormy day. Rain-heavy clouds hung low, weighed down with the burden of purpose. Diana sat in her favorite deck chair, staring out across the lake's rippling surface. He watched the breeze catch her acorn hair, as if sensing his gaze. She turned her head. Jules looked away, flustered, then annoyed with himself for letting her affect him this way. He grabbed the bottle of red wine, pouring himself a generous serving. As he kept pouring, his mind distracted by a thought. How did we get here? They'd been at the lab running an experiment. Then they were here. Why? He remembered thinking that a break from the lab would give them space to reconnect, to mend the crack. But he couldn't remember ever leaving. Wine was flowing over the rim of his cup, though he didn't even notice. He put down the bottle, scanning the lake. A faint shimmer hung in the air on the far side of the lake, like light hitting glass. The sort of thing you only noticed if you were looking for it. He felt like he'd been somewhere like this before, but where? Jules! Diana's cry snapped Jules back into the present. She was staring up at the sky in panic. A deep shadow crept across the deck. Jules ran to the door, to his wife. Really? What the fuck is this sorting? Gentle reminder that nut allergies... Okay. Yeah. We've read those. Jules just sent out a memo asking us to spy on his wife's project. Remember when we just made fun of his stupid project names and science factoids? Simpler times. He really did that? Diana's gonna slit his throat if she finds out. Those two are such a hot mess. I got drinks with Perry last night and he told me Jules is withholding Wake's pages from Diana's team. He told her they went missing. Crazy shit. Paula mentioned you two were thinking about asking for a transfer. You really leave me here all alone? We can have weekly gossip calls. Promise. So much reading. Acquisition team is hereby approved to acquire additional research subjects for ongoing study related to Project Arbutus at the Lake House facility. Prioritized outcomes are ordered below. Both subjects brought to the Lake House for study. Tamitha Booker, her work is more commercially successful, thus more likely to yield results based on proven cases. Edward Booker, less successful than Tamitha, but theatre is more widely recognized as art than true crime novels. Observe the subjects at a distance and only move to acquire if the opportunity arises. Under no circumstances can this operation draw the attention of local law enforcement. Subjects' writing must feature darkness, water, marmots, the lake house, conflict. Did anyone explain any of this to him? Where was the humming?
Finally, someone who isn't a painting.
Oh, Booker.
Hey, hello. Who are you?
Sorry, got a flow going. Can we do this later?
No, we cannot. I'm Agent Kieran Estevez. I'm with the government, and I need your name.
I'm Ed Booker, the playwright. And I'm hitting my stride here, so can you guys stop with all that banging and screaming? It's throwing me off.
Dude, what do you think's happening?
You are right now?
In an immersive writing workshop.
Well, bad news, it's not a writing workshop. Good news, it's not a writing workshop.
Right. It's a government facility studying the power of creativity. That makes way more sense.
What are you even doing? What are you writing?
Well, after you all abducted me in the woods, I've been working on this manuscript you gave me because you need it for some experiment or something. I kind of forget the premise. But, you know, I've had this block lately, and filling in the gaps of this story has really loosened me up. Copying the style is a nice constraint, but I still have lots of room to play. It's a solid creative exercise.
Look around you. How is this a workshop?
You have to stay in character. I get that. I'm in the theater business too. And look, the sets, the costumes, all great in that, you know, campy, 70s sci-fi kind of way. but you could dial down the role-playing like 15-20%. Just some professional advice.
Sir, whether you are aware of it or not, there is a situation here. I need you to stay in your cell until I can resolve the matter, okay?
Uh-huh, got it. Hey, no one's been around with food for a while. I could go for some dinner when you have a second. Oh, and can I get my phone back? I want to call my wife. I don't know how Tammy found you guys, but she killed it. 5 stars all around.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
This is the
Monsters represent capitalism, which means the flashlight is the power of the artist. Sheer creativity tearing through the shadowy cloak of corporate cookie-cutter bullshit. Killer metaphor.
So then, is Tammy in this one? I better hope not, because if she is, she dead. Wall removal and transport. Location sublevel 2, lane cell. A section of the cell's southern wall needs to be removed for transport to subject sublevel 5 for analysis. It's not my job to know which tools you need to cut concrete walls, it's your job. The wall must be removed very carefully. The painting on the interior side of the wall must not be damaged.
I wonder what happened here.
Lane killed himself after painting on the wall. Or using his blood?
Jules Marmont looked at the painting. He didn't understand it. Saw only random whirls of color. Drugging Lane made him more compliant, but his work had turned abstract. Jules needed more art his team could parse, could test, trial and error. These abstract explosions of color complicated the data. His grip tightened around the letter opener in his hand. The piece of art he needed was hidden inside Lane. If Jules could simply cut the painter open and pull the painting out of him, he would. The overhead lights flickered. Jules would make Lane cooperate. No more drugs. Less carrot, more stick. Jules had to go faster. He wouldn't lose to Diana. Nothing else mattered.
Jeez. Subject condition report. Rudolph Lane, subject P, has shown a decline in redacted over the past several months. Initially, this redacted presented as an increase in resistance, frequently declining requests to work. However, given time and pressure, subject would always relent. Subject's attitude towards art has also undergone a change recently. He's disinterested in his work, quickly becoming frustrated and sometimes even damaging or destroying the piece before it's completed. In the past few months, his work has become much more abstract, no longer showing true-to-life subjects or landscapes, but rather conceptual art that is much harder to define or categorize. Whether this sudden interest in abstraction was a form of rebellion, a consequence of growing blank, redacted, or source of genuine artistic interest is unknown. As of yesterday, subject refuses to touch his supplies. He claims he will not paint anymore and wishes to leave. The subject's refusal has effectively halted all research. While the team can continue to run tests on the backlog of paintings, they estimate that there is little new information to gain. The subject must continue to paint if work is to proceed. However, the team is concerned that convincing the subject with force or coercion may only entrench him further in his position. Dr. Jules Marmont, co-head of research and project lead, has suggested a high dose of redacted be introduced to the subject's food to cure his redacted. If the subject's attitude does not improve, then low doses of redacted will be introduced in order to improve his compliance.
I can't paint anymore. I know you want me to paint, but I can't. I'm empty.
Rudolph, no.
You love to paint. And you are such a talent.
This is just the classic artist slump.
No. No, I hate it. It's just taking from me now. When can I leave? You said you'd let me leave. Rudolph, but you volunteered to come, remember? We are helping you, like Dr. Hartman did. Perhaps you need to see our doctor? I can arrange that. No, that's... I am feeling better. Much better. I will paint. This is wonderful to hear, Rudolph. I knew you would come back to your old self.
So yes, it must be the guy from the painter from the first game. At Hartman's clinic.
Shaded. Hope that glass is thick.
Huh. 0% effort today. And then there's that a middle finger made out of post-it notes. I feel like so far I've mostly just read things. Which, you know, is kind of interesting, but at the same time... not a lot is going on. Yeah. Sweet, level 2 clearance.
A higher access card. Sorry, but I need this.
That was someone not contained.
How many paintings did they have this guy make?
Designation, black circular shape among yellow lines. An uneven circle painted in dark black in the foreground with jagged yellow-brown mustard lines behind it. Lines sometimes overlap with each other and or bleed into the black circle. Designation, lone tree at night. A dark green tree, pine, standing in a dark landscape, presumably night. Empty road in the forest. A dark grey streak across a dark green landscape, presumably a forest at night. The grey streak is likely to be a road due to its location, colour, and the way its width reduces in line with the perspective. Note, a small white shape in the road could be a page of writing by Alan Wake. Relevant teams have been informed and are searching for this site now to attempt page retrieval. Yellow crescent shape on blank canvas. A curved yellow shape in a roughly crescent shape painted onto an otherwise empty canvas. Possibly a crescent moon or banana. Unfinished piece. Red, yellow, and green circle. 3 uneven circles. 1 red, 1 yellow, and 1 green, roughly arranged in a vertical line. Background is black-grey, with dark red streaks along the border of the canvas. Possibly a traffic light? Cityscape with a blue-grey sky. Grey vertical shapes, likely the skyline of a city, in the bottom third of the canvas with a vivid blue-grey sky. Geometric shapes painted in thin white lines can barely be made out amongst the colours of the sky. Black void. A deep black void covering the entire canvas, with a few small specks of dark or light grey able to be seen on close inspection. Large variety of black spirals. A large number of rough spirals painted in black, ranging in size from that of a quarter to that of a basketball. Though the canvas appears quite covered, it is blank, aside from the spirals. Brown shape with horns. A brown shape, vaguely triangular, with what are presumably horns extending from the shape. Likely an animal head, possibly a deer or elk. Black background. How am I supposed to know what would have been significant? There's loads of numbers on here. But it's not like anything has been highlighted. So the most recent one, I don't know. Four, 4525 as the most recent ones.
Come on. That's not right. Come on.
I don't know. Empty road, yellow crescent. I don't know. I just don't know. Made that reservation for our anniversary, which I certainly never forgot was a week from this Friday. Let's take separate cars from the office. Can't have the bosses see us leaving together now that those hypocrites have banned inter-office relationships. Have a good day. A week from this Friday. Okay, do I need to work out? Hold on. So, in 2023, September 14th was a Thursday. So it would be 09, 22, 23? Oh. Never mind, this one's unlocked. Just found out what happened to Trisha. Jules fucking fired her. I knew it. She was way too vocal in last week's all-hands meeting. She had valid concerns. That man's a tyrant. Speaking up about safety is no reason to fire someone. Can you believe this new password policy? What security concerns are they even talking about? We're a fenced-off government bunker in the middle of nowhere. I think they're getting paranoid. Anyway, I set the security terminal's new password like the memo suggested. Our anniversary is the base number, then Black Void. Yeah, the moms are losing it. Big surprise. Bet Diana set Jules' background to a big old turd or something. Once again, making their shitty marriage everyone else's problem. The password you sent didn't work. Black Void is 44, right? From the list of Lane's paintings? I need to get in, or this is going to be a total waste of a Wednesday. 44 is right, yeah. So I guess you're telling me you don't know when our anniversary is. Well, good luck with that. Today's password is the date of our special, unforgettable anniversary. Plus, brown shape with horns. Love you. I maintain that seeing a movie together does not begin a relationship. Okay, so it was what, 0922? And then it's the one with horns, which I think was 45? Oh, it says it here. So yeah, 0922. And then the one with horns, which is 25. Okay, so 09, 22, 25. Got it. Finally. That's just going to have opened.
Lockdown lifted.
Yeah.
You are now safe to resume working.
Hello, Mr. Kingston. I'm right.
Come in. Facility. Sub-level 1. You copy?
No. Turn back. Area is extremely hostile. Fucking radios. They're on floor 1. I'll need help.
I'm writing because I have serious concerns about safety protocols being disregarded across the facility. I've collected a list of violations that I'm personally observed. I can send this to you. My opinion on the matter is that both Dr. and Dr. Marmont are driving this facility's staff into progressively more reckless behavior. Hello, Miss Howard. Thank you for sharing your opinion. All faculty operations and safety measures are under the purview of the heads of research. If you have a complaint, please file it directly to them or contact the Bureau's acting management team in Dallas. I thought we reported to the acting management team in Kansas. I've reached out to them about this issue multiple times and gotten no response. Even if they did respond, we all know they don't have the staff to investigate every internal issue after the oldest house went into lockdown. I believe the Marmonts are knowingly using this state of chaos to their advantage. Our treatment of research subjects is in clear violation of the Ash Act. These are punishable offences. If you do not open an internal investigation, then I will resign. How'd that go for you? Hello. It's generally helpful if I actually hit them. I'm gonna need some ammo pretty soon. Too much overlap between tone and style. Merge? Word choice good but incomprehensible. Dark, dark, dark. Yep. Structural improvement, repetition issue, was solved with sufficient rounds of refinement. Dark screamed the darkness, a dark reminder of the darks in a darkness. Refinement plus time equals progress. Style and tone prioritize over comprehensibility. Negative process. The rot snail beamed, a wooden grain bent from an owl. Egg mail. 4 forms in the glass, eye and melt. Making progress again. Individual elements are strong, but ATDs lacking awareness, and intention is a blocker. How to correct? The dark woods rattled darkly. Flashlight peered into the deep darkness, and the dark shivered. Flashlight scowled. A woodsman came with an axe. The woodsman's teeth screamed. Flashlight screamed too, and was cut in half. Blood mixed with the darkness, a dark blend. Pistol looked at Flashlight in shock. There was nowhere to run, he realized. But he ran anyway. He ran into the deep dark of the woods. The woodsman rattled behind them, bouncing through the trees. Pistol knew it was nowhere to run. It had nowhere to run. Pistol drew his pistol and turned to face his death. The woodsman emerged and Pistol opened fire. Pistol's pistol flashed in the dark night. Once, twice, thrice, the woodsman fell with a clatter. Pistol breathed, in and out, in and out. Pistol looked at each tree, in and out. He was safe. Pistol grabbed the woodsman's axe and plugged it into his pistol to charge it. He went to check on Flashlight. Pistol checked each half of Flashlight. She was dead, and he knew it. Pistol screamed at the trees. The trees screamed back. Need more Alan Wake reference material. Input non-Wake reference material. Source human subject. Use staff as writers. Risk of data skew. Give me ammo, please. Oh, there's a painting here, but it's almost more graffiti style.
Had a thought today, a possible avenue for further research. When we think of art successfully affecting reality, we always think of Alan Wake and his writing. This could be due to recency bias or simply the amount of recorded evidence skewing our opinion. But also, I wonder if writing's very nature is an advantage. Text can describe events in such explicit detail. The story gives the shadow a, blueprint, a map of what to make real. But not all art is like this. Music, sculpture, dance, cuisine, in our case, a painting. When the source material is open to interpretation, how will the shadow choose to interpret it? I think Diana will find the question very interesting. Most likely, she already has an answer. That's why I love her.
Okay, so that's from early on. Before he became obsessed with the paintings and the crack between them formed. Oh, Booker. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Heal. Is he okay? Yeah, he's fine. He's still fucking writing. Probably for the best. Well, maybe not the still writing bit, but probably for the best that he's not realised how fucked the situation is. So that needs level 3 clearance. Okay. As you may know, a valued member of our team was recently reassigned off of Project Arbutus. Carla Livingston's designs and engineering expertise were a key part of the creation of the ATDs. Their contribution to the project cannot be overstated. The project team should rest assured that their reassignment was an error that should be corrected soon. Our project director, Dr. Diana Marmont, would like to remind all team members that any directives or assignments from Dr. Jules Marmont have no bearing on Arbutus staff and should be ignored. Thank you. Jesus. Yep. Well, that could have gone worse. Is there anything... Okay, no items. There's just something to look at. Which has updated the map somehow. In 2010, Lane was inadvertently involved in AWE 35 while residing at the Cauldron Lake Lodge, where he lived under the care of Dr. Emil Hartman. Lane was seriously injured during the AWE. He received medical care in Seattle for 2 months, during which time he was questioned and cleared by FBC staff. After the Cauldron Lake Lodge was seized and closed by the FBC, Lane moved to Watery, where he currently resides. Recent surveillance confirms he has no known personal relationships or affiliation with paranatural groups. As requested, the observation team has confirmed that Lane continues to paint as of the date of this report.
My team was on sublevel 1. I knew they were in danger. The Marmonts turned innocent people into tools using the FBC's authority.
Yep.
They thought they were untouchable out here, hidden away in the woods? No. Actions have consequences. And I'm the consequences.
Sounds like things are going well out here.
Sub-level 1.
Whoa!
You fucking bastard.
Jules Marmont killed my team. He was taken by the Shadow. I should get that gun while I'm up here.
Where was it again?
I mean, that name is not very scientific. I mean, who came up with that? Shadow.
What? I run the lake house. This is my facility. Mine! He cannot just walk in here for 1 week, make some speeches, and then fly back to New York. Espèce de crétin, prétentieux. The jackass thinks he's a fucking rock star. And he made fun of the name. Oh, the Shadow. The Shadow is good. It's evocative. He is just a jealous, spoiled little child. I will make it so everyone can see this. I will make it so no one even remembers his name.
I mean, Darling is quite easy to remember.
They all think I am a pencil pusher. They think I do not have the mind for such work. Eh bien, ils verront. Ils verront! I will take what they think is possible. And I will break it.
Charming. Okay, this gun. The thing is, now that I know that I can't fight them, it is just a matter of run past them and dodge. That's it. Like, there's nothing.
How do I get in the room with that gun?
What the fuck was that supposed to achieve?
Bingo. That keycard's gonna get me to sub-level 5.
Yeah. But I don't know why it wants me to interact with this. There isn't a keycard here. So there's apparently a keycard. But there's a door there. Quickly now. Quickly now, Estevez. There we go, we're safe. They don't know how to open doors. They're made of paint. Okay, we got level 3.
And this should get me past any other problems.
What is it? Some kind of spud gun? Black rock launcher with charging mechanism. Launches anti-paranatural projectiles.
There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment. The contrived overlap rebounded on itself, compressing, compounding, reflecting and refracting. An urban legend and a murder in constant imbalance, cause and effect hopelessly entangled. Arranged wrong, the dream logic flawed. The feedback loop doubled and redoubled, out of control. The pressure kept building, looking for a release.
Got the firing mechanism working. It's throwing the test projectiles a good distance. Turned out pretty nicely. The fittings between the grenade launcher and custom components are a bit loose. No proper lathe here, but at least it works. Now I need some actual black rock for the tests. I know there's some on sub-level 5, but the acting inventory supervisor doesn't get access to that floor. Next steps. Source black rock. Okay. There's a 5 in here. There's lots of 5s.
There was a crack in the lake.
And that's 5. So is it just all 5s?
Damn it. Nope.
3 zeros.
That's not right. Damn it.
All I have to go off of is loads of fire. Wait, hold on. I can't see it. 021219. There we go. Hey Carla, I've decided to reassign you from Project Ramnus to Inventory Management. Your title will be changed from Senior Researcher to Acting Inventory Supervisor, effective immediately. You may find this change sudden, but I have no doubt someone with a nut allergy like yourself will prefer to work alone in the inventory booth than out in the open where any dangerous pies may be waiting to hurt you. Perhaps some hard work will keep you from making any more unfounded HR complaints. You brought pecan pie to an office where someone has a severe nut allergy. Like, that's a dick move. So, does the Black Rock work against these guys?
Finally, something works on these bastards.
Yes. And it looks like it's a one-shot. Cool. Now I have a way to fight. All right. Level 4?
The Shadow had changed Jules Marmont into a hostile, paranatural entity. No paperwork. I could put him down like the monster he was.
Hey, Rudolph.
This is not level 4.
The Marmonts were holding a painter here. Rudolph Lane. Does that ring a bell?
The shame of a man.
I think you are, or were, Rudolph Lane.
Himself, a self-portrait, make them see.
Look, I might be able to help you, but I need information, cooperation.
No brush, just himself.
Rudolph Lane was dying. Both murderer and victim. Red hues ran down his hands. Was it scarlet or cadmium? Too vivid to be maroon. Names don't matter, he decided. Color was pure. Inspiring. For the first time in years, he wanted to paint. A self-portrait. To say goodbye. No. To make them remember. To make them see what they did. He slapped his hands against the wall to steady himself. He began from there. No brush, just himself. The strokes were crude, violent. The pain, misery, and hate he'd endured there. The fire in his eyes and hands and bones all spread into the shape of a man. It was quick. Natural. Like a heart attack. He slumped down to the floor, smiling at the anger he left smeared across the wall.
Yeah, so as I thought, Rudolph killed himself and used used his own blood to paint the painting we've been talking to. Research archives. Probably going to be a lot more fucking reading, huh? Whoa! Okay. That was unintentional.
Oh, nice office.
Okay. Fuck you, yeah. I don't know how large this floor is.
Come on.
Navigate the archives. Motherfucker. I'm guessing it's because I've got quite a lot of resources. Right. You know what I don't have a lot of, though? Black rock! For killing them. You know what I'm probably going to have to do? Kill quite a few of them. Oh god, there's loads. Maybe let's not read. Whilst there's one of them chasing us.
Diana sat in her office. A weak desk light kept the darkness around her at bay. The silence of the archive suited her. She scowled at a series of graphs when the room turned red. Alarms blared. Breach detected. Then the walls of the archives rumbled. A tremor in the bones of the facility. One by one, the red lights went dark as a wave of nothing poured in from all sides. Diana stood, but there was nowhere to run. The sheer depth of the darkness terrified her. She realized they had done this. Her and Jules. Their ambition. Their hatred. Her desk lamp flickered. In the brief moment before it all went dark, she thought of Jules' smile.
Oh, that's kind of cute. At least it wasn't all hatred at the end. Eh? I guess, is this not the way that I came? Wait, what? Right, the percolator? Hello? Oh, hello. Fuck you. You ain't watching shit, buddy boy. Where am I supposed to be going? Shit. Wait. Not necessarily all shit. Ooh, I got a healing item. Oh, fucker! That took so much hell. Jesus Christ. That was weird. Hello. At least it's light here.
The lake house was underwater. The Marmont's ambitions had finally been realized. Jules had dangled the painting like a lure and hooked an ocean. Their machines couldn't hold it. A fault in the system. The water rushed in, filled it until it was ready to burst. All their successes and failures had led them here. The work had made them into monsters. But the lake house was still theirs. It always would be. They could feel an outsider trespassing in their labs. I know you're here, they called out to the dark. They hunted floor by floor. They wouldn't let the intruders stop their progress. This was their home, their beloved tomb beneath the waves.
Okay, 6. Oh, I can just type it? That's so much quicker. Fuck me. Letter from Darling. Just received a letter from Darling about a request you made to bring in live subjects. What were you thinking? Do you know how that looks? What did he say? Was it approved? No, he refused. You know protocol doesn't allow this sort of thing. And he says he'll be making a trip to the lake house to check in on us soon, like we're children. This is very bad for our reputation, Diana. Please, if you have an idea like this, come to me first. Diana, consider the details on the new page we have found. I believe we need to abandon the research into Alan Wake's writing. We must not endanger our staff. Don't pretend like you're worried about them, Jules. You're just looking out for your own arse. The fact that pages are detailing future events means they are the correct method. We have to learn how to harness their power and dictate events to meet our goals, not Wake's, whatever those may be. The ATDs are producing better and better results. We just need to keep going. No, Diana. I'm looking at the page right now. Constant imbalance, out of control, a crack in the lake house. If we continue with this research, we will lose our facility. Perhaps more than that. What's the point in succeeding if we're dead? I'm ahead of research here, and I forbid you from proceeding. You can't forbid anything. You're not going to keep me from the most important work of my life. If you're too much of a coward to keep pushing ahead, then I'll finish what we set out to do here alone, with plenty of ongoing lines of research. I suggest you pick one and leave Wake's writing to me. You always needed me more than I needed you. Hello, Dr. Marmon. I received your formal complaint against Jules' behaviour. You claim he is maliciously keeping research material away from your team, but he says they have simply been misplaced. I understand you're frustrated, but I recommend giving his team a week or so to find the pages and return them to your team. If the issue persists at that point, then let's discuss your desire to escalate this issue. Does that sound agreeable? Okay, so this is Diana's office.
September 13th, 2023. Notes regarding the concept of the tortured artist. A romanticized image of the sensitive artistic temperament, yes. But there may be truth in the cliche. It's no secret Rudolph Lane has been unhappy here for years. But, the aggregate data shows his art's viability score trending upward over time. If Jules hadn't neglected to hold regular psychological exams, then we could have quantified the subject's emotional state, creating a sort of distress rating to compare against the art's score. I'll make this a sub-goal of my study of Edward Booker. Once we set the variables and establish a control reading of his art and mental state, then we can begin inducing negative emotion. Limited food and water, perhaps. An increasingly tight living space. This is how Jules lost his subject, though. Need to be careful not to leave any sharp objects in Booker's cell.
Jesus. They aren't exactly nice people, are they? Oh, fuck me. The definition of art. To truly comprehend the threshold within Cauldron Lake, we must first understand its attraction to art. However, even the definition of art is as varied as the range of crafts that fall under the name. To that end, we must open a track of research dedicated to defining and quantifying art, ultimately rendering the concept into a unit of measurement. To begin, let's not try to understand humanity's definition of art, but rather Cauldron Lake's preferences. Past cases of Cauldron Lake's threshold affecting reality have centered on writing. Cinematography is also suspected, though not directly confirmed. What about other mediums? We'll need to test the viability of painting, poetry, music, photography, sculpting, dance, and so on. Not to mention the myriad of genres of methods within each medium. And what about craft outside the most common artistic expression? Does any act of creation on a high level of expertise merit the title of art? Baking, woodworking, etc. What about non-physical mediums? Why is music an art and philosophy's not? Does something become art due to its medium? Its quality, or perhaps simply through the intent of expression? Or an equation made up of all three? What would be the order of importance? What thresholds must each factor reach for the equation to succeed? Clearly, there's much to determine. We must begin with developing a methodology using a vast range of arts and general creative endeavours, both physical and mental. Then find a way to test their potential connection to Cauldron Lake's threshold. Cauldron Lake is an enigma, with many layers to pull away if we are to understand it and ultimately bring it under control. The work will take years. On the morning of Redacted, the musician held at the lake house for research purposes was discovered missing from her cell. Security footage of the cell from the night before was damaged by electrical interference of an unknown nature. Redacted, known professionally as Redacted, had produced a song called 6 Deep Breaths during her time at the lake house, and was considered very promising as research material by Dr. Marmon and Dr. Marmon. Somehow she used her song to orchestrate her escape. Efforts to find Redacted were brief, with any wider search considered an unacceptable risk to the lake house's mandate of confidentiality. An investigation is currently ongoing as to whether any staff at the lake house were involved in the disappearance of Redacted. An investigation is currently ongoing as to whether the subject used the song they created as a means of escape. All material related to and work produced by Redacted will be stored in the archive for future reference. Online checks for the public reappearance of Redacted are to be performed weekly. Known web addresses associated with Redacted in the past, known addresses with para-utilitarian AWE activity. The House of Dreams.blogspot, Siren Society. For the up-to-date full list, refer to Redacted. Okay. Here's a question. What does this do? I should not have done that. Maybe.
Tomorrow. I can't find the details anywhere. That bastard is hiding them. All those years, he steals credit from my ideas and my work, and now he's scared of being plagiarized? Oh, that is really fucking rich, Jules. Oh, and he's reportedly misplaced the manuscript pages I need for my work. Suddenly, the exact pages that I need to reference have just vanished. He is actively impeding critical bureau research. I mean, if he can do that, then what is stopping me from going down to that lab? And I don't know, just inverting the amplifiers or misaligning the receivers or both. It's the same thing in principle. He booked the lab. Some big experiment tomorrow. I can't find the details anywhere. That bastard is hiding them. All those years, he steals credit from my ideas and my work, and now he's scared of being plagiarized? Oh, that is really fucking rich, Jules. Oh, and he's reportedly misplaced the manuscript pages I need for my work. Suddenly, the exact pages that I need to reference have just vanished. He is actively...
I couldn't stop thinking about this new direction for the lake house after I got back to New York. I hope pivoting to researching Threshold Redacted's reality manipulation effect wasn't too much of a shock for you. It seemed like your work on containment was stalling, so I decided you all could use a fresh start. Here's something to get you started. Some drawings made by a certain Redacted a while back. Test for any reaction they may trigger with the shadow. Still don't like how unscientific that name is. You can designate the artist as P6 in your records. I expect regular updates. Go team.
That bastard is hiding them. All those years,
I don't know
from my ideas and my work, and
if I'm supposed to know what that's from.
Oh, that is really fucking rich, Jules.
I've not played a lot of other Remedy stuff though. Is this just Max Payne? Because that looks like that could be from Max Payne.
Exact pages that I need to reference have just vanished. He is actively impeding critical bureau research. I mean, if he can do that, then what is stopping me from going down to that lab?
Quick lesson on light switch cords. If you find one, pull it 3 times.
The receivers or both. It's the same thing in principle.
Yeah.
The Ocean View Motel is a dimensional intersection.
Yeah, so it is still the Ocean View.
Anywhere, but I didn't end up in the lobby this time, which was definitely unusual.
The oldest house?
Panopticon? But the Panopticon is at headquarters. Yeah.
P6?
Agent Kieran Estevez, Federal Bureau of Control. Identify yourself.
It's quiet.
Who are you?
Isn't this Jesse's brother?
It's been a long time since I've seen anyone.
There's a sign over there for the Panopticon. The Panopticon's only in New York, in HQ. Is this the oldest house?
I think that's where I am.
So you are inside the oldest house. Is anyone else alive?
I can't.
It's a waste of time. This is an FBC containment unit. Why is the Bureau detaining you?
I'm where I belong.
Everyone I meet here is either a painting or a paracriminal. Hey, this is important. FBC headquarters went dark 4 years ago. What exactly happened in there?
We were attacked. No, no, not again. Not yet. No, 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 no.
Hey, stay with me. Stay with me.
Okay.
What attacked the oldest house? I need to know.
Something's changing. Outside. Can you feel it? I can hear it. It's getting worse. You can't stay, can you?
Hold on. I need to know if I can...
Tell Jesse I tried. I really did.
He booked the lab.
Damn.
Some big experiment tomorrow. I can't find the
At least my
details
voice is back to normal.
Okay, so is that setting up Control 2? I forget what P6's deal was, but I think it was Jesse's brother or something, right?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, we're covered in more paint.
Sublevel 5.
Fuck. I could really use more black rock. Oh, that's the painting.
The Marmots had opened the door into Cauldron Lake's threshold. It was forced, it was unstable. Shutting the experiment down was the only option.
Hey, Jules. Diana? Oh, that was easy. Okay, am I gonna have to fight Diana? I think you got him.
Typical fucking Mormons.
Heal the fuck up.
Why did you idiots think this was a good idea? Where'd she go?
Fuck.
Like I needed more problems.
Ew. Okay, that's better.
The threshold's about to fracture.
Fucking. Quickly. Oh, good. Dead. Sweet. That actually wasn't that bad. Shut her down.
I know what the Mormons did to you, to Rudolph Lane. I will do whatever I can to make sure this kind of thing doesn't happen again.
The putrid weight he could never wash away!
The Marmonts are dead. I don't know if that's any sort of consolation, but it's done.
The pain, it was all over him!
The threshold is tearing itself apart. I need to shut this down. Look, I'm sorry. I know You didn't make a choice here. It's not fair, but I have to shut this threshold down before it fractures.
She meeting one of the eldritch creatures?
Agent Estevez stood in the forest just outside of
Ah, no.
She watched her team detain Alan Wake and Ilmo Koskela, stuffing them into black SUVs. She realized this was the moment Wake had been writing in the vision she had seen. The story was coming true. She pushed the thought out of her head. It had been a good tip, a way to find Wake. Nothing more.
Alan Wake!
Hey, Ed.
After the Threshold event collapsed, I was back at Cauldron Lake. But for a moment, I was somewhere else. I saw Alan Wake there. He was writing about me finding him in Bright Falls, in the woods. It was a good tip. I called the surviving members of my team, and I told them to meet me there. You know, these cases, they never get less ambiguous or easier. This one, this was tough. Because protocol says entities like the Taken are monsters, threats. But the Marmots were monsters way before the Shadow got to them. So at the end of the day, what's the difference?
I'm just glad I didn't have to fight both of them. That was interesting, and that's definitely been the most that this game has felt like Control. Understandably. But yeah, I enjoyed that. I think we've already been through that actually, because it came up when we went through the credits for the full game. Okay. Yeah. I think so far the most enjoyable of the DLC episodes for atmosphere and for story is the Lake House, which from what I understand is actually fairly recent. But for just gameplay, the first Bright Falls episode, the one for Rose, #1 fan, it's just a bit of mindless fun, isn't it? So yeah, that's cool. I kind of expected to unlock more cosmetics from doing it, but maybe these are a final draft thing, or maybe there's a DLC that I don't know about, like a extra cosmetics pack or something. But that is going to be where I call it for tonight. I'm happy that we've gotten through the DLCs, so I'm probably going to wait until the weekend to do more Alan Wake now, because we'll be starting the final draft playthrough. Probably on Nightmare as well. Here's the thing. I didn't die, did I? During the lake house. I got close, but I don't think I died once. But yeah, we will... Did I die? I didn't die in Time Breakers either. Cool. No deaths added to the death counter today. I'll probably set up a new death counter for the final draft run so that we can see just how painful I've made things for myself. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys, and there should be a stream tomorrow as far as I'm aware. There won't be any stream on Thursday because I'm gonna go and play some board games and like D&D style stuff. And then Friday should be Final Fantasy. This weekend might be a bit spotty for streams. Because on Saturday I'm going to go and do a walk with the group to see if there's any people there that I can try and make friends with. So the stream will start late, if nothing else. But also Neff will probably be back from her little holiday. And so depending on how stuff goes with that, I might not be in a place to stream. So I will let you guys know. On Discord, most likely, because I've not been in a place to set up the blue sky properly yet. But yeah, hopefully more Alan Wake this weekend, but possibly not. Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Later.